Good day, boys. Today we're going to look at something called, in creative writing, called the writing process. What is the writing process? The writing process consists of three parts. You have brainstorming, first draft, revising, editing, and publishing your work. Now, when you want to write something's very difficult to start. How do I start a write? You have a blank paper, you don't know what to write on it. That is where the brainstorming part comes in. We did some of that in our last creative writing, where you have a central idea and you try to pull some other ideas from that. Alright? And after that, you do your first draft. That is what we did last time. Remember? We were doing the I believe the life cycle of the mosquito. Yes. All right. We were doing the life cycle of a mosquito, and we did our brainstorming. We did our chart. We pulled different ideas, what we wanted to write about, and then we do our first draft, our first attempt. After that, now you would look at your writing. You realize that there's some things that some information that might still be missing. I could add some more information to make it more meaningful, right? So now that is why we do a revising. So we look at it now and we say, okay, we could have added in this, we could take out this sentence is too long, and we can make changes, revise it. All right, then we finish that. Now we go down to our editing part. Now here we checking for spelling, make sure that all the words are spelled correctly. And we look at our punctuation. Do we have all our full stop on our commas in the right place? If we ask a question in the paragraph, do we have a question mark at the end? All right. Did all of our sentences begin with capital letters? Did our proper nouns have capital letters? All of that. And then we do our final stage in the writing process, is where we publish, where we have our final piece of writing. So all of these are stages that writers go through, and all of us go through when we want to write. Remember, we start with our brainstorming, where we write down our ideas. Now when you write down the ideas, they're not in any particular form in that time. So you write down your ideas. As soon as they come to you, write them down. Then you may have to organize them in steps. All right, what comes first, what comes second, what comes third, what comes fourth, what's supposed to be in our first paragraph, what's in our second paragraph, and like that. So after that, we go down and we do our first draft, first attempt. That is our first attempt of writing. But we know when we finish that first attempt, there may be some things we could change when we look at it, and that is where we do our revising. All right, to make it better. We want to make it better. We want our writing to be the best that we can, right? And one of the ways we do that too is editing. We must edit, check and see, make sure that there's no spelling errors, punctuations are in the correct place, all of that. And then after that, when we publish, that's our final piece. So a writer, if a person is writing a story, if the person is writing a news report, anything, they go through these stages. And we as young writers, you as young writers, we'll have to learn how to do all of these stages in order to become better writers. And I will send you a video which also explains this process again. And we're going to continue with the writing process from the brainstorming, and we'll move on to other parts as the term progresses. Okay, boys?